Hello, namaste everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lindsay Nova, and today we are going to do an aerial yoga practice to help us with our inversions. So this is all things inversions related to our mat practice, so working up to headstand, forearm stand, and even handstand. So go ahead and grab your hammock and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves down to the floor and just stand on 2 feet and actually zip your legs all the way together. The hammock can just be right behind you, arms by your sides. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and send your breath all the way down to your feet. And begin to feel the big toes drawing together and squeeze through the inner thighs. So you begin to hug into the midline of the body. Draw the kneecaps up toward the thighs. And then bring your awareness to your tailbone and your pubic bone. So just take a moment and take one hand on your lower belly, one hand on your sacrum, and make sure that your fingers are pointing straight down. So many of us may have a sway back where you're tilting the pelvis back and anterior pelvic tilt. So you want to think of drawing the pubic bone toward the navel. So you don't want to be completely tucked under so that you're clenching the butt, but just a gentle lengthening of the spine. And then release your arms back down by the sides. Feel the chin slightly draw back toward the throat, crown of the head reaching up to the sky. And so essentially this position when we're standing here is the position that we're aiming for when we do an inversion, right? So keeping this nice long spine, belly muscles lifted, legs engaged. Now the other part that we want to do is we want to open and strengthen the shoulders and the core. So we're just going to start with a little bit of shoulder opening here. So we're going to take the hammock and spread it out nice and wide. Let's just heel toe the feet out just for balance here. Then begin to open your chest. Take a nice big inhale, expand your lungs. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Start to roll your arms forward. Lead with your thumbs. You can bend your knees if you need to. Slide your hands down and just hang over for a few moments. Allow your head to be heavy, like a coconut ready to fall off a tree. And from here you can just bend one leg at a time. Maybe sway side to side. Just let this feel good. Inhale, and then exhale, bend your legs. Inhale, pick the belly muscles up off the thighs, open your arms back out wide like wings. This time rise onto your toes and bring your feet all the way back together, so really zip through the midline, tuck the tailbone under, zip the belly muscles in, trust the hammock and open your chest, looking up to the sky. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, heels down, chin glues down to the chest. This time bend your knees and slide your hands down as much as you need to and get a nice big shoulder stretch here. Head heavy again. Hands lower for less intensity, hands higher for more intensity. Deep breath into your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release one hand and then the other hand down to the mat. And then come onto your knees. We're going to bring ourselves behind the hammock so it's right in front of us. Inhale, reach your arms wide. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of the hammock. Palms press into Anjali Mudra. Point the fingertips toward your heart. Wrap the hands around once, making your wrist wrap. Pull the hands into your chest as you inhale. And then exhale. Melt the heart forward and down. So bend the elbows for less intensity, or keep those arms nice and long. Point the tailbone straight back. Feel a nice gentle lift through your belly. Empty your lungs completely as you exhale. And then we'll begin to move through some cat-cows just to open up the spine. Exhale, round your back, tuck the chin to the chest, curl the head down, tuck the tailbone under, sucker punch the belly in, squeeze all the air out of your lungs. And then inhale, open, expand, tailbone and eyes up to the sky, make a U shape with the body, sip in a little bit more breath. And exhale, curl, empty your lungs. Inhale, open, expand. And just continue to move like this, feeling the breath roll through the body like a gentle wave. And then you can just begin to allow some creative flow here if you want to make a circle or sway side to side. You can stir a big pot here, just finding some sahaja, some creative flow. Even though when we do inversions, we do want to find that control, we also want to be able to surrender. This is how we find balance, not only in our lives, but also in our yoga practice. And then allowing that to move back into the center. And so another thing we need to consider is opening up our hips and our hamstrings for inversions. We may not think that's important, but actually it is, especially if you want to work on pikes and presses. So let's take one leg forward, just sink down into your hips, and then you can keep your hands in that wrist wrap and really lean forward. You can pad the back knee, you can even lift it up if you want. Make sure the front knee stays right over the ankle. And then we'll send our hips back to Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose, and you can come all the way down, hips to the heels. Flex that right foot, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll just flow forward and back a few times. So reaching forward and back, and coming forward and back. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more here. And then just holding that hamstring stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back forward, bend into that front leg. And we'll change sides. Step the right knee down, left foot forward. Lean yourself into that lunge position. Breathing in and breathing out, sink down through that right hip. Inhale here. And then exhale, sinking back. Half monkey pose. Breathe into that left hamstring. And then coming forward, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more here. Breathing in, reaching forward, and then sitting back on the heels, staying here for 5, 4, 3, breathing 2, and 1. Slowly bending into that front leg to lift yourself back up. Bring both knees underneath of your hips. We'll tuck the toes and come all the way up to a standing position. Release your hands and then just toss the hammock up and over behind you. Now we're going to make a seat in the hammock. So just grab one edge and fan it out and turn around and stand right underneath of the plumb line. Tuck your thumbs into the fabric, bunch it up about 5 times. Stand on your tippy toes, push the fabric down underneath of your hips, and come into this seated position. Okay, so now we're gonna warm up the core a little bit. So we'll start with flying boat pose. So make sure you have some fabric behind you. You'll start to lean yourself back. Lift your knees up into a tabletop position, and then reach your arms out long and really press your arms into the fabric so we get a squeeze, press and squeeze, press and squeeze, press and squeeze, press and squeeze, and squeeze. and squeeze. Good. Now we're going to reach those shoulder blades forward. So you're protracting and then retracting. So really warming up the mobility of the shoulders. Inhale. Keep that core tight. Exhale, 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Maybe those toes extend. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bend the legs. Bring yourself all the way back up to a seated position. Rest for a moment. And then we're going to go right back into that boat pose. So lean yourself back, finding that boat. This time keeping the knees bent. We're going to find our hollow body position. So really scoop the belly in, pull the pubic bone toward the navel. Reach your toes out, extend your arms out long by the ears as you inhale. And then exhale, scoop everything back up into the center. Really press those arms into the hammock. Inhale, arms by the ears, hollow body. Exhale, scoop it up. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stretch. 3 more, inhale. Exhale, 2 more, reach and up. Last one, inhale and exhale. Staying here, extend those legs again. 5, 4, keep lifting. 3, little smile. 2, 1 more, inhale and exhale, releasing those legs, sitting nice and tall. We'll just take a counter pose, a back bend here. So just take the back part of the hammock down to your mid back, and the front part of the hammock is like a mid thigh length skirt. And so we're going to lean ourselves back and stretch your toes out long and reach your arms out wide. You can stay here, or if you would like to go deeper, bend your legs and find a deeper back bend here, pressing your hips up toward the sky. 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, hold back onto the hammock. Inhale, pull yourself up. Keep your elbows hooked behind the hammock. Drop your forehead toward the knees into floating child's pose. Breathe into your lower back. And inhale, come all the way up. And we'll step down to the hammock, step down to the floor, 1 foot at a time. Okay, so now we're going to turn around and take one leg into the hammock and then turn all the way back around so that the hammock is behind you and the hammock is just looped underneath of your ankle. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And then exhale, push the hammock out, float down, plant your hands into the mat, and then step the leg that's on the floor back, so you're in a plank position. Okay, so eyes are forward. If you need to, bring the knee down onto the floor to modify. Okay, so we're going to take this same shoulder shrugs. So we're going to retract the shoulders and then press them away. Breathing in and breathing out. 3, and press. Look forward, don't drop the head. Last one. Good. Option to stay here or take that foot inside the hammock, floating plank, hips right in line. Find that hollow body. Sucker punch the belly in. Really protract those shoulder blades, space between your ears and shoulders. 3 push-ups. Inhale down. Exhale, press the mat away. Inhale. Exhale, don't drop those hips. Inhale and exhale. Good. Breathing in. And we'll step the other foot down to the floor. And again, shoulder shrugs down and press, look forward, keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll bring that knee down to the mat. Exhale, release into pigeon. Release your forearms or your forehead to the floor. Just let it go. You can sway that leg out a little bit. Sink down through your hips. And then inhale, coming up. Hands right back under the shoulders. And we're gonna hop that foot back into the hammock, so both legs together. Make your tight body, and this time we're gonna take some tucks. So we'll exhale, knees come into the chest, and stretch. Curl and stretch. Again, tuck and stretch. Exhale, shoulders wide, belly in. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take that other leg down, pigeon, inhale, and exhale, elbows or forehead to the floor. Little sway with the leg, breathe into your shoulders, let it all go. Okay, all right, it's time to try this on the forearms now. So elbows right under the shoulders. Make sure your forearms are parallel to the side edges of your mat, so wrists right in line with the elbows. Spread your shoulder blades wide. And we're gonna take those feet into the hammock. Breathing in and breathing out, holding here for 5, 4, looking forward 3, shoulders wide 2, and 1. And slowly release. 1 leg down. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready to try our first headstand. So what's awesome about this is that the aerial hammock makes a headstand possible for anybody because you're supported the whole time. And only when you're ready, you can choose to release the legs. So to work on your headstand, 1 foot stays in the hammock. Make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. Take your hands across your arms so you find your biceps. Interlace your fingers, press your arm bones down into the floor. Make a pocket with your hands to open up your hands, and then bring your head down onto the floor. Tuck your back toes, and then you're gonna start to lift yourself up. So you're really pressing down through your arms, crown of the head on the floor, and then the other foot is going to come and join you up into the hammock. Okay, so now once you're here, you can stay right here. You'll feel those shoulders pressing down, hips stacked right over the shoulders, breathing in and breathing out. You can stay right here, or when you feel ready, option 1, bend 1 knee into the chest, and then extend the leg up, and bring it down. Other side, bend, stretch, and bring it down. Option 2, 1 leg up, bring it down, other leg up, bring it down. Or you can try 1 leg up, really scoop the belly, other leg up, both legs meet, feel your legs like 1 leg here, and then when you're ready, you find the hammock, both legs down, release 1 leg down to the mat, the other leg, and rest in child's pose. Wrap your arms around the legs. Okay, so next we'll work on our forearm stand. So take 1 ankle into the hammock, turn back around, inhale, reach your arms to the sky, and exhale, bring yourself down. Hands under the shoulders, bring 1 knee to the floor, and then drop your elbows down onto the mat. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders, wrists in line with the elbows, forearms parallel to the floor. Spread the shoulder blades wide, and then we'll take that other foot up to meet. So we're in a forearm plank, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take some pikes. So lift the hips up and back. Again, lift the hips, spread the shoulders wide, triceps pressing out. Then we're going to hold this next one, lift, and then from here you can try to lift 1 leg. And you may want to find more of a counterbalance to start. So look forward, bend that leg, bend your other knee, and then when you're ready, you may find both legs eventually coming up and off. And then knowing the hammock is right there to catch you, and releasing back down. Okay, and now we'll work on the handstand. So basic handstand alignment is this hollow body. So pulling the pubic bone in toward the navel, arms up to the sky, shrugging the shoulder blades up, pressing the palms flat into the ground. Okay, so Same position as Tadasana, just with the arms raised overhead. So again, we'll take one ankle into the hammock, turn all the way around. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, and exhale, swan dive down, both hands to the floor. Hands right under the shoulders, and then step your other foot back. And we'll take some pikes here. Holding this plank, inhale, and then exhale. Lift the hips up and over the head, glue the big toes together, look forward. Press it out. And again, exhale, lift. Inhale, stretch. 3 more, up and back, don't drop the hips. 2. Last one, we're gonna keep those hips up and over the head. Press the shoulders toward the ears, so you're really pressing with those arms. And then you can try to lift one leg. And again, you may wanna bend the leg to find a counterbalance. This is actually more of a back bend. Always looking forward. Then you can find that other leg. Again, may come up and off the hammock, and you know the hammock is right there to catch you. When you come down, releasing all the way. We've got one more inversion on the menu for you. So turn around, put your hammock on like a backpack, slide the hammock down to your hips, start to lean yourself back, open the legs wide, and then hook your feet onto the fabric. Release your arms to stop yourself from swinging. And then bring your arms out to the sides. Breathe here. Just allow gravity to relax you for a few moments. And then one last push of energy. You're going to flex your feet, crochet them into the fabric, bring your hands under your shoulders, press down through your hands, and press your shoulders towards your ears. Squeeze those inner thighs together, tuck your tailbone, looking down at your thumbs, staying here if you want to keep working, or release your hands, no-handed handstand. Breathing in and breathing out here. You can stay here or bring your hands behind you, squeeze your hands, open your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Feel free to enjoy this position for as long as you'd like after your workout. When you're done, bend your legs, reach your hands up to hold on to the fabric. Open the legs wide, and then bring your head up as your feet come down. Sit into a chair position, release your lower back for just a moment. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this aerial yoga inversion sequence. I hope that it helps you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel.